there is some good news. We are in a drying pattern, which is what we need to hear for Texas, that is for sure. There will be some scattered storms, especially tomorrow in that same region of hill country, but let me walk you through this because most of today is going to be drying out. You're going to see this, and I'm going to take you across the next 24 hours or so. We started it at 11 a.m., but as we put this in motion, you're going to end up seeing the scattered storms to the south and east of hill country. So Houston, you've got it. But then on Wednesday itself, see how they kind of sneak in through the afternoon. Again, we're talking 1 to 2 inches, nothing too terrible. Wanted to update you too. 3 people died in the remnants of Chantal in North Carolina. There was rain to nearly a foot, lots and lots of high water rescues. And today it's going to be really hot as everybody's trying to clean up from that. From Florence, South Carolina, all the way up to Portsmouth, New Hampshire, we have heat advisories. That means that the heat index is going to be incredibly high. And you know what we're going to do with this? We're going to break it apart with severe storms. By about 5 p.m. tonight, watch this because damaging wind and even downbursts, as we call them, are possible from Washington, D.C. through Baltimore and up through Connecticut.
But first, it's back over to you, Ginger.
Yes, Rebecca, muggy morning, not just here in New York City, but down to Baltimore. They're looking at a flood watch with rainfall rates up to 2 inches per hour. And you're not alone as it comes through this afternoon up through Connecticut, Rhode Island, Boston, down through all of New Jersey and Delaware. Philadelphia, you're included too. These will add up quickly. These storms can drop a lot of rain really fast, which can make that flash flooding. So just do not drive into it. And look here, the severe risks include damaging wind as well, which we were covering. But again, it's after, say, 4 o'clock, you watch for that front to be pushing through and busting this heat apart. Your local weather now in 30 seconds.
Welcome.
Coney Island, New York, closing in on 80 degrees already at this hour. We do have the heat advisory, which means the feels likes by this afternoon will be up around 100. And New York is not alone. The heat advisories all the way across the East Coast here, from Boston and Rhode Island and Connecticut, all the way down to Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, North Carolina, even Florence, South Carolina. So up to New Hampshire, we're going to have a hot one. It's also hazy and humid, and we're going to bust this through with the damaging winds, the flash flooding later this afternoon. Cool things down, but the system that is going to cool us down, look, from 92 in New York down to 83, is going to come with showers that are just kind of perpetual. It's not an all-day rain, but it's certainly there. Now, coming up, all of the facts about protein bars and how to make a healthy choice. Also, Will Reeve is going to tell us what it was like to be on the red carpet for the new Superman movie and seeing himself on the big screen. Plus, the rescue dog who came to the rescue, alerting a man that he was in danger. Wait until you hear what happened next. Your local news and weather next.
A tour de force has just hit Broadway, and critics can't stop raving. Gene Smart is back on.
Next. Now we go over to you guys, Sam and Lori B.
Hey, Rebecca, because you know pop news is a big deal, so of course we have that background. You ready?
Oh, I am ready.
Deal drop days are here with top deals from major retailers competing for our dollars. Lori B, start us off.
That's right, Sam. The price for this GMA Fave Veggie Chopper is chopped almost in half.
Okay.
From $49.99 down to $29.99. And that, my friends, is just the beginning. We have more mega sales on the way.
All right, and that and so much more is coming up right here on GMA. Did you just say chopped almost in half for the deal?
Did you get our joke?
I did. I liked it. That was very nice.
Cannot wait to see it. And speaking of Los Angeles and all the West, we actually have quite a bit of heat out there. So wanted to point this out. Daily records possible on Wednesday at 116 for Phoenix to Billings at 101. Denver will even be 100 for the midweek, and it's staying pretty toasty. Now, I do want to mention that there's also quite a bit of fire danger that starts to build up when you get this hot because it dries the fuels out. So we had this 4 or 5 acre fire, the Rancho fire. They did stop forward progress. That's the good news, but we've got more fire alerts all the way up to Washington State. Let's get a check a little closer to home.
And things are heating up for us. Today will be the hottest day of the week. There's even a heat advisory for.
You can actually scan a pod barcode and it gives you the exact right size. Over 14,000 positive reviews. Originally $169, new price $110, 35% off.
Wonderful. Okay, we got the viral tumbler.
So actually we're going to get to a lawnmower first, which we can't come down the conveyor belt, but this is from original price $548, new price $374, almost $200 savings, 31% off at Walmart.
That's exciting. I was so excited about the viral tumbler. Bring her out.
Rebecca really likes to stay hydrated, ladies and gentlemen.
I drink water.
You drink water. So this is from Stanley. Obviously, GMA audience for 12 hours, iced drinks, iced and cold for up to 2 days.
Oh.
It is incredible. Let me show you the coolest part. It has a flip straw, you guys. Incredible.
Not spilling everywhere.
It's not spilling, and it never would spill with Stanley. The original price on this, $40. New price, $26.23. The discount, 34% off.
Good deal.
And now we have another really big ticket item from Amazon. This is the Sewn Dollar Savings here, Rebecca, because the original price, $3,499.99. The new price with a discount of 57% off, just under $1,500.
That's a big TV and a big discount.
That's the sort of thing we're looking for on Deal Drop Days,
yes,
right?
indeed. Okay, we got toys for the kiddos.
And this is something that I know you and I know very well. Guys, when you see Lego go on sale, run.
Stock up.
Click right away. This is the Duplo. This is a great thing for 18 months and on up. So much fun for everybody. Educational, screen-free, great for motor skills. The original price on this, $49.99. New price, $34.99. 30% off discount.
Okay, finally.
Finally, yeah. And then we've got one more. Here we go. The air purifier from Govee Life. This can purify up a room over 1,000. New price, $63, $64, 36% off.
Lori,
it's pretty incredible.
You do it every time. Knock it out of the park. Lori's going to be back with more on GMA3, and we will be right back. And you can shop everything on that QR code. Bye. See you in a minute.
Cannot wait to see it. And speaking of Los Angeles and all the West, we actually have quite a bit of heat out there. So wanted to point this out. Daily records possible on Wednesday at 116 for Phoenix to Billings at 101. Denver will even be 100 for the midweek, and it's staying pretty toasty. Now, I do want to mention that there's also quite a bit of fire danger that starts to build up when you get this hot because it dries the fuels out. So we had this 4 or 5 acre fire, the Rancho fire. They did stop forward progress. That's the good news, but we've got more fire alerts all the way up to Washington State. Let's get a check a little closer to home.
And things are heating up for us. Today will be the hottest day of the week. There's even a heat advisory for...
Great story now of a shelter dog who became a stray named Sienna, came to the rescue during a medical emergency before anyone else noticed something was wrong. Stephanie Ramos here with the story. Hey, Stephanie.
Hey there, George. You're going to like this one, being a new dog dad and all. Sienna was at an adoption event in Virginia, hoping to find her forever home when she suddenly walked up to a man she'd never met and then refused to leave his side. What happened next stunned everyone.
Chicago on Thursday. We had a good day today. Hope you do as well.
Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.
David Muir,
Good morning, America. President Trump pushes the Justice Department to target his critics. Karen Reed in court, and a wild weekend in the NFL.
Breaking news. The Trump administration.
America.
Hard to believe we can cover this in just 2 hours. Good morning, America. Hope you all are doing well this morning. Great to be here with Deb and Rebecca. Diane Sawyer is coming up, but we are going to begin with the latest moves in President Trump's...
Overnight, Ginger, of course, is tracking all the new threats. Good morning, Ginger.
Yeah, the damage pictures here, Deborah, from about 40 miles north of Fort Worth, Texas. That's a Walmart distribution center. The roof was kind of torn apart. Gusts nearby up to 68 miles per hour. Now, there were 55 severe storm reports that also included some big hail, up to 1 inch close to that damage that we saw. But you also had some of these storm reports all the way up to Minnesota. This is near the Twin Cities, where they were seeing that hail on the deck. Remember, hail comes from severe thunderstorms, meaning heat kind of fuels those. Today, we're going to see that later tonight, especially in this area, including Wichita and Oklahoma City, Omaha, by tonight. And then tomorrow, we're going to open up the skies again. Little Rock gets into it. North Texas, so remember, right on the edge of Dallas, up to Jonesboro as well. Rebecca?
Wow, that hail is something else, Ginger. Thank you. We're going to turn now to Lara, who's here with the WNBA semifinals action. Hello, Lara.
Hi, lots to talk about. Good morning. It's PN, guys.
Thank you, Lara.
No secret who I'm cheering for.
All good.
Coming up, Aaron Katushka here with the new twist in the Luigi Mangione case. Hey, Aaron.
And Rebecca, Hurricane Gabrielle is doing the thing we love to see hurricanes do, stay far away from everyone. So right now, it's passing about 200 miles southeast of Bermuda. It's going to intensify because the waters are super warm out there, but it's going to keep on being a fish storm, meaning only for anyone out there. Now, obviously, Bermuda will have some large surf. You could even see some of those outer bands, but overall pretty good. We will even have some rip current risks from Florida right up through the Outer Banks into the Jersey Shore and Long Island as well. Gabrielle not alone. That's the problem, is we're right in the heart of when we're going to see Atlantic hurricane season be very busy. And so there are a couple of areas in the Atlantic we're watching for potential development to become depressions. And then the next named storms, nothing's concrete yet, but just 2 areas that we'll be watching. Your local weather now in 30 seconds. Welcome back to GMA. We've got a nice shot from Big Sky, Montana. They had their first little snow last week, which is totally normal for this time of year. A little bit of rain in the foreground, and they're about to warm up to almost 10 degrees above average by the midweek. We will be seeing numbers like that. Today, though, the warm down in Midland or Austin, Dallas, all there in the mid-90s, even a little bit around the Great Lakes and throughout the southeast, slightly above average. But look what happens in the northern Rockies, from Idaho, Portland, Oregon, all the way over to Billings, Montana. Going to stay real warm today. Friday, that expands into the northern plains. You see Minneapolis there, nearly 80 degrees. And yes, fall officially starts later this afternoon, so it's not looking necessarily like it. Next week, by the way, that warmth sticks around than normal from the Rockies up through the northern plains. Coming up, the latest on the cyber attack causing chaos at airports over the weekend. Also, the rush for sorority coaches, why some families are spending thousands of dollars to help their daughters get in. And Chef Christian Petroni is here with recipes from his new cookbook, Farm to Table.
Thing I really want to see was something she calls the Rolls Royce of lip balms.
Perfect for fall.
Yes, exactly. You don't want to miss this one.
First, look at the top stories breaking today. We start with the severe weather. Ginger is tracking the second hurricane of the Atlantic season, and we start with the storms that hit Texas overnight. Hey, Ginger.
Hey, good morning. So Sanger, Texas actually had thunderstorms again this morning. We've seen issues at the airports. This is about 40 miles north of Fort Worth, Texas, because they had that gust up to nearly 68 miles per hour, ripping the Walmart distribution center's roof right there. Then the hail up to 1 inch in diameter in Sanger, but it wasn't just there. There were more than 55 severe storm reports that extended all the way up to close to the Twin Cities. So you also saw hail there. Hail comes from those convective thunderstorms that have to rise with a lot of heat, right? And then get instigated. That's going to happen this afternoon and throughout the overnight in parts of Kansas and Oklahoma. That's where we have a level 2 out of 5. You saw we stopped it there like between 10 and 2 a.m. That's when the worst of those storms were coming through along the state line. But you could see them even earlier. Omaha, keep that in mind. And then Gabrielle. It's a hurricane just about 200 miles or so southeast of Bermuda. It will keep intensifying because it's really warm water out there, but it's also going to keep away from land, which we love. We also, though, do have high surf and rip currents, and Rebecca just got the National Hurricane Center update. 70% chance for that next one to develop into our next tropical depression and get a name potentially later this week.
Wow, and I'm sure you will continue to stay on that, Ginger. Thank you. And it is usually weather that leads to the chaos, but in airport Plus, ESPN's Michelle Beisner-Buck is back with her story on one of the NFL's young superstars before he takes the field for Monday Night Football. And Lara has something fun cooking up. Hey, Lara.
Story streaming now on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+. Rebecca?
All right, George, thank you. We're going to turn now to the tradition of sorority rush. On many college campuses, it's becoming increasingly more competitive and expensive, with some parents and students spending thousands of dollars on rush coaches. Stephanie Ramos is here with more. And Stephanie, this feels like a business story. Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Well, there's a lot of money in this business. More than 100,000 women compete every year to get into sororities. We went behind the scenes with rush coaches and some families who pay thousands and thousands of dollars to help prep their daughters to try and get into these sororities. The outfits.
To get the house that I want, as opposed to really focusing in on the idea that this is supposed to be about mutual selection. I'm trying to find my sisters.
If you want this, and let's see the props and stream Impact by Nightline. Sorority Rush is now on Disney Plus and Hulu. And I know we're sorority, and you ladies were not. I was not, but I mean, there's that sisterhood. Yeah. And I went down to the University of Oklahoma, and those girls were so excited. I mean, you guys are cool already. You would not need a rush coach if you wanted to be a part of a sorority. George, you were part of a frat for a day. You may have...
No, that was a good choice.
A lot of them passed.
Yeah, they do, and they accepted, and that's what impressed them. A lot of these women, they
It's sisterhood.
It is.
Steph, thank you. Yeah. Ginger, over to you.
Thank you so much. All right, so the equinox happens this afternoon at 2:19 Eastern Time. New York City woke up with the coolest temp that we've had since last spring. It was 41 degrees at Central Park, but we're about to warm up to an average mid-70s today. We'll actually go a little bit warmer as we head into tomorrow and then even Wednesday. And there will be some rain coming through this week. Boston's going to be look at 82 above average. Next couple of months, because why not look at the fall ahead? October through December looking likely warmer than normal, especially in the southwest, but pretty much most of the nation seeing above. Let's get a check now a little closer to home.
And it's shaping up to be...
I think the main reason was because my parents do not speak English. So they, and I want to make sure they can talk to my parents.
And Michelle Beisner-Buck, great to have you with us. Good morning.
Great to be here, Lara.
Loved learning more about Amanra, but also want to know a little bit more about what we'll see from this piece. Fill us in.
Yeah, I mean, that was just a little snippet. So Miriam grew up in a little town called Leverkusen. And this is what we've always done on Monday Night Countdown. This is what we love to do and will continue to do, is really get to know these guys under the helmets, give access, allow everybody to understand where they came from and what's made them the man and the men that they are. One of his decals will be the American flag, which will obviously honor where he was born and raised. It'll also honor his father, who was a former bodybuilder and Mr. Universe, and raised him in the sport. And the other decal will be the German flag, obviously paying tribute to his mother and to his German heritage.
I love that.
So pretty cool nugget there. You guys can keep an eye out for that one tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Great to learn more about him, and I love that he's spreading the good word of the NFL over there to Germany. Want to hear a little bit more about the Ravens. What can you tell us?
Right, and that their head coach, John Harbaugh, is 5-0 against the Lions in his 18 this past weekend. Only 23 yards on 11 carries against the Browns. So he'll definitely be looking to turn that stat line around tonight, Lara.
Oh, yeah, he does. He will definitely, for sure. Hey, thank you so much, Michelle. Thanks for being with us not once but twice. This
Divine manifestation.
Okay, good. Well, we're going to put our name
in your mouth.
You can manifest more for us.
Really great. And the world way for you is available now. Let's go to Ginger.
Thank you, Rebecca. Okay, so let's look at Dallas this morning. Getting a little sun in there after the storms. They even had it up earlier this morning. Today, headed up into the mid-90s, so 80s above normal. And we will see some cooling, but it's going to take a front that's going to work. So you'll get those. 97
Farm to Table, new book.
Listen, Farm to Table, it's my first cookbook. I'm a first-generation Italian-American from the Bronx, New York. My parents came from this little island called Ponza, Isola di Ponza, off the coast of Naples. And this book is a representation of me growing up, not just in the Bronx,
it's a love
but
letter.
spending my summers in Italy, right? Yearning for a cheeseburger halfway through the summer, right? So let's make a, why don't we make a sandwich? Because, I mean, this is what you...
Because we want to call your beautiful wife in.
Oh.
Get over here.
Oh.
Because we know you guys are such fans of GMA. I'm going to take my recipes on GoodMorningAmerica.com. Christian's cookbook, Farm to Table, is out tomorrow. And I'll be back on GMA3 to share another recipe. Enjoy. Thank you.
I love you.
Vice President Kamala Harris' new book. Don't you know about her run to the White House? And behind the scenes and what's next tomorrow live on